Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again here to Virtual Racing Network. We are live on the VRN Facebook page here tonight, as well as our partner page over on RaceOnTexas.com. We want to welcome everybody here to tonight's broadcast. We are at Volusia Speedway Park here with some midget racing so far. We got about 19 drivers that have made it out here, so 19 midgets. Going to be showing you how it's done here tonight. But before we get into all of that racing information, we need to thank the sponsors here for this series and of course for the broadcast on the racing side of things here for tonight's race. Those sponsors do include iCore, iRacing, Community of Racing Etiquette, Ohio Freshwater Adventures, and of course Evil One Graphics. They're not only good, they're evil. Make sure you check them out today. And of course on the broadcast side of things, we have a few more to go through. Those include Northwest Racing Series, Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm, of course themselves at RaceOnTexas.com, the league itself, World of Thunder, Hanover Wrecker Service, On the Edge Motorsports, your official weekend energy gum retailer, Hoffman Designs, Racecore, and our last one to come on board, that is Extreme Sim Racing. You can head on over to ExtremeSimRacing.com and use the promo code VRN, all lowercase, to save 5% on your order if you're looking to get a sim rig to up your racing career just a little bit more. That being said, of course, we are just about 3.5 minutes away from the green flag drop here for qualifying, so we'll go ahead and bring it up. And looks like we'll be having a few heat races. We have up to 6 heat races scheduled for tonight's event, followed by a D main, a C main, a B main, a little bit of a warm-up, and then your 30-lap feature race tonight. I don't see us using all those heat races. I don't even think we're going to use the mains here tonight. I think we're going to go straight to the feature race. We'll definitely find out here shortly, though. It really just depends on how many drivers they take, and I believe 20 to 24 was the count, so we haven't hit that 20 mark yet. Even if we do, we would need 21 in order to advance into a B main, so we'll keep an eye on that as there's 19 here right now. We will get used to all of these guys' names. This is the initial race here for the season, so this is again the kickoff race for the season. We have I believe 8 or 9 races on the season total. We'll be going over point standings, of course, to next week from this race once we get those in. We don't have any yet. But we want to remind you here, we are in the Extreme Sim Racing Countdown to Green Flag Drop for qualifying. Again, one more time, we want to thank everybody for showing up. If you've been around dirt racing, you know how it's going to go here, folks. It is going to go very fast. It's fast-paced. There's not going to be a whole lot of downtime here tonight. So it should be a very good, very interesting race, to say the least. So definitely looking forward to that. Last season we did cover the modifieds. This season it's the midgets. And quite frankly, I kind of like the open wheels a little bit, although the modifieds technically are an open wheel car. The sprint cars, midgets, mini sprints, stuff like that is more my style. I like the open wheel, the concept of these cars. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how these guys perform here tonight. We got some familiar faces in here that we are used to. We do have Brett Rolls in here with us. We know him very well. Jacob Fields in here as well. We also have one more, Jed Barton from D1RT in here as well. So a few names we know well. Other than that, pretty much a new field of drivers that we haven't seen before. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys do. Again, all new drivers for us that we haven't covered. These guys are very particular about what they race. Some will race just about anything. Some of them are more particular to one car or the other. So these are, looks like a bunch of drivers that maybe like these sprint cars, midgets, a little bit better than they do, say, the modifieds or late models, stuff like that. So that's definitely going to be an interesting night of racing. Only 30 laps for your feature race. It's not a long race, which means your heat race and your qualifying is going to be very crucial to get a good start here in tonight's race with 35 seconds left to go on the clock. We're going to take a quick hydration break here for the last 30 seconds. We'll be right back with qualifying coming up next. All right, there you have it, folks. Qualifying is officially underway. Green flag has been dropped. They have 3 minutes to get out onto the track, so we're going to go ahead and bring down your drop down here. We got some names not showing up, so give us just a second here as we're going to reset these overlays real fast here for you. And we are going to get to it as quickly as possible. It won't take them long to reset, but qualifying is officially underway. And they're going to put in times very quickly, so we're going to have to jump down to it very quickly as well. As we're going to go over to Zane Scott, who's the first one out onto the track. And there we go. We'll see these times come in here. So we're going to go ahead and pull that drop down once again. Now we have all the names showing up onto your screen. Again, 19 drivers haven't made their way in. No times officially in yet, but they will come in as Cole Edwards was at the top of the charts with a 17.764, but it's going to be Stephen Hill with a 17.173, and just like that, he's going to get topped by James Tyron, I believe. Tyron, we're going to get that one right eventually. We'll have to clarify with him. Either way, 16.969. He is at the top of the chart. Zane Scott still in second with a 16.977. Brett Rolls right there. Well, he was in third place. Now he's in fourth as Cody Patton's going to run a 17.152. He'll take it to third place here in qualifying. And qualifying so important to determine where you're going to start in your heat races. We have Tyler Shell that's going to run a 16.995. He'll jump up to third place here in qualifying. So again, a bunch of others back there. You can see the names below those top 5 that we aren't going through. Is Tyler Smith going to run, Trey Smith going to run a 16.987. Is this going to be Shea Paulo that's going to run to the top of the charts with a 16.947. That will be your fastest driver here in qualifying at the moment. Time is running down. They have 1 minute. Is this going to be Austin Yarborough that's still out on the track? He's already completed his laps with a 17.327. He's just out there getting a few extra laps. So for all intents and purposes, qualifying is done. Your 19th driver, Donald Swanson, not coming out onto the track, so we'll see if he makes the race later on tonight for his heat race and the feature event. Qualifying coming to an end. There you have Apollo. Again, we'll try to get James's last name. We may just refer to him as James T here tonight. Tyronen, I believe is how you pronounce it. So that's what we're going to go with here. Tyronen. So it's Paulo, Tyronen, Scott, Smith, and Gell are going to be your top 5 here. Yeah, we're going to be your top 5 in qualifying as time runs out. We'll go ahead and get rid of qualifying off your screen. It is time to go heat racing here tonight. And, of course, everyone wants to know this is the World of Thunder Racing League live here on Virtual Racing Network and on the RaceOnTexas.com YouTube channel here tonight. I know a lot of you Race on Texas fans out there used to seeing some real-life racing. You will be seeing some sim racing here on iRacing.com on the channel as well as part of our partnership, so you get the best of both worlds, sim racing and real-life racing as well here on the channel. As we're going to drop down here to get ready. Heat race number 1 here for tonight is going to have 10 drivers in it. So we're going to have 2 heat races. It's going to be Shea Paulo and Zane Scott on row 1. Tyler Shell and Cody Patton on row 2. Stephen Hill and Aaron Leitzel on row 3. Jed Barton and Austin Yarborough when he grids on row 4. Cole Edwards and Donald Swanson, who did not qualify, on row 5. 5 rows, 10 drivers. And we have 8 laps per heat race, so this should be a very quick and very interesting heat race here tonight. Again, it's going to be Shea Paulo and Zane Scott that are going to be on your front row, leading them to the green here in just 2 laps for heat race number 1. It's going to be 2 heat races, followed by a little bit, probably about a 2 to 5, somewhere in there, warm up. And then we'll move on to that 30-lap feature event coming up later tonight. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Let us know, especially if you are on the Race on Texas YouTube channel. Are you tuning in normally from watching real racing, or here to watch normal real racing, or are you here specifically for the sim? We want to know where our crowd is at. Are you mostly tuning into the channel for sim? Or is it for real racing out there from Race on Texas? Let us know. We are trying to build this channel, so make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button and the subscribe button, and let everybody know about it out there. Share it, as we got some bumping and rubbing already going on here, as that is going to be the number 9 of Tyler Shell that gives the 21 a nudge. Pace car hasn't quite rolled off yet. There goes the pace car. Shea Apollo deciding he wanted to go ahead and go. Maybe he thought the pace truck was leaving from the nudge that he got from the 9 of Tyler Shell. That is not the case, as Tyler Shell thinks he wants to go 3 wide here at the start of the race. We'll see how that one goes, but Shea Apollo in the 21 machine will have the pole for heat race number 1. And we are getting the word that the top 3 are going to redraw. So, again, top 3 going to redraw probably for your feature race later tonight. And they'll probably do a salute to the fans. We'll see. We'll find out when you do. Again, this is the first race of the season. Oh, these guys are familiar with each other. They've been racing a lot longer together than we've been covering them. As this is our first season with the midgets. Absolutely stoked to be here, especially at this iconic track of Volusia Speedway here on iRacing, as they are set to take the green flag this time by. And it looks like Austin Yarbrough not going to make the call here. He did, however, qualify, but not going to make the call for the heat race. And we'll see if he does make the call for that feature race later on tonight. This will be his only chance to really get used to this track, and he's going to miss that opportunity as the green flag is in the air, and we are racing. Paulo out front ahead of Shell Scott. Shell and Scott, as they're batting in the mix as well. These guys are not going to take any breaks. They need to get up to the front as quickly as they can. It's Paulo, Shell batting, and right now we got a battle going on between Scott and Hill batting in that middle as well. That is the 37, the 71, and the 127 all battling. We got a battle for the lead as we have Tyler Shell in 9 trying to make a bid for the lead on Shea Paulo, but again, he was giving him a bump, letting him know he was already ready to go before this race ever started, but right now he's just not able to do it. He's trying to get by him. We got a battle for third place between Bat and Scott and Hill still. These guys bumper to bumper to bumper, 3 wide at one point. They keep it going clean and green so far. 6 laps to go. We go back just a little bit, as that's the 127 of Stephen Hill. He's going to take it all the way to the bottom, catfishing it, but can't make it work. As now we have, it looks like the 71 going all the way to the bottom, slides up to the top. That is Cody Batten in the number 71 machine, but it doesn't work for him. He has to struggle just a little bit, but he is committed to running that bottom line. Maybe it'll come in later. The dirt's flying. These fans are getting filthy in the stands here tonight. Out front, though, still is the 21 of Shea Paulo out front, leading this race. He's led every single lap. The contender trying to get him is Tyler Shell in the number 9 machine, but can't quite do it just yet. We have Zane Scott in the 37 machine coming up to the back bumper of third place. That is Batten, and he's running down. He's right there with him. Batten has decided to take to the high side of the track, which is usually where the track goes here in these races, as we got a slide job, and it goes dirty. The 37 manages to somehow hang on to it. So does the 71, but that slide job not quite complete, and payback comes in the form of a dirty slide job. Caution, number 1 is out. 2 laps to go. That will seal the fate for heat race number 1. Call it what you like, call it payback, whatever you can call it, as Cody Batten gives the door slam to the 37. Let's go back and take a quick look at that and see what happened there. As we're going to go to the crashes if we can. There we go. Let's take a look at the instant replay cam right there. Gives him a shot after a dirty slide job, and he comes back and tags him. And that will bring out the first and only caution of the night, as the white flag is being issued this time, or was issued while we were watching that. And they will get the checkered flag this time by. So contact from the 37 to the 71. Didn't sit well with the 71, Cody Batten. He comes back and enacts his revenge there, you might say, and gets him back squared up, wheel to wheel, sends the 37 to the fences, and that will end heat race number 1, giving the win to the 21 of Shea Paulo here again in heat race number 1. What a race it was indeed, as that will conclude heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 we'll be getting ready to come out on to the track momentarily. If it's anything like heat race number 1, it's going to be a doozy. And we still have your 30-lap feature race coming up here in just a little bit. So it could definitely could be interesting. And I don't think they're going to run... I stand corrected. That may not end the race. They're going to run green-white checkered here, it looks like. Again, our system is not set up for it. I do apologize. I called him as a winner, so that is on me. I did not know they were running green-white checkered here. So we are going to have a 2-lap shootout when we get to the fence. So, again, our apologies on that one. But I still think he'll be declared the winner. Either way, the green flag is in the air as the 21 Shea Paulo out front still. Here comes the 9 of Tyler Shell and Cody Patton. Those two are going to duke it out for second place. Again, I still think I stand by it. As the caution is out once again. And we'll see. Nobody off pace here at the moment. So not sure. It's going to be for the 12 of Aaron Leitzel. Let's go back and take a quick look and see what happened here with the 12. And so we didn't see it happen, so we'll have to find out. He got it back under control very quickly to avoid us being able to find him. And right there, contact between him and another driver as we go back to live. And I believe that could possibly be the 115 of Jed Burton that those two made contact with him there. Indeed, it was the D1RT machine of Jed. We call him Burton. It's Barton. Sorry, Jed Barton. Know him too and still got the name wrong. I apologize, Jed. But we'll see if they're going to run more than one or if that is going to do it. The green-white checkers are on. Didn't know that, so we do apologize. But Shea Paulo still out front. And everybody's staying to the top side of this track, indicating I think we're going to go racing again. So we'll see how many green-white checkers they do allow as the pace car not diving off. So we are going racing again. Oh, we got Brett Osborne in the house. Just bought himself a mini sprint. Well, actually, his parents bought it, as I don't think he bought it. But welcome either way to the chat here. We also got Clay Devin out there, Tyler Burrow. We got Philip Neese out there. Bailey Bowtie Jones, Corey Whitworth out there watching. We thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. Everyone over on the YouTube side of things. Can't quite see your name unless you chat with us, so definitely chat it up in there. Let us know who you're rooting for tonight, as we are just about set to go racing one more time. Again, green-white checkers on here for the second time. We're going to try it. Green flag is out, and we are racing. Again, the regular official race is over. This is overtime here, as there you have 2 laps to go. It's going to be 1 to go when they get to the line if we make it. We'll see if they can. It's going to be Shea Paulo out front, but here comes Tyler Shell trying to get the win. Again, he's going to dive it in the inside. Can he make it stick is the question. Shea Paulo still has the lead again, and now it's not going to happen. It's going to be Tyler Shell that has the lead, and here comes the 71 and has to check out so he doesn't get into Paulo. And we'll see right there would be indicating the checkered flag, I do believe. It might be the white flag. Again, our overlays are not equipped to do green-white checkers yet, and that is going to do it. So it is going to be the 9 that officially gets the win. Our early prediction was not right when we thought the race was over. We do apologize for that. But the 9 picking up the win. It's heat race number 2 coming out on to the track. And this heat race will have, again, hopefully we get his name right here for you. And so we'll jump down to him. And that is going to be the 98 of James Tyronen. Hopefully that is right, Tyronen. Trey Smith, Gary Peck, Brett Rolls, Jeff Fitzpatrick, Jacob Fields, Garrett Adams, Daniel Passmore, and Steve Kaufman here in the heat race number 2. Again, this is your second and final heat race of the night before we move on to a little bit of a warm-up and then your feature race. That'll be 30 laps, and I imagine it will have green-white checkers as well. Question is, will we have cautions here tonight? Well, we're about to find out in that feature race here, probably within the next 15 minutes. To be honest, just depending on how long this race here takes and how long they do go into that warm-up. But regardless, we're getting ready to get this thing started as they are crossing the flag stand right there. We'll go to our dirt vision camera. Again, heat race number 2 in your final heat race, getting ready to get underway. All right, do you see they are coming around the corner? That pace truck will be diving off soon. These guys already getting a little anxious there, ready to get this green flag and go racing, as they are pacing quite good here, actually. They're side by side, nice and bunched up as the green flag is in the air. We have a little blink from somebody in the back, but it is going to be Gary Peck sitting there in the number 88 machine. He's going to take it to the bottom. He slides up to the middle and all the way to the top, and that's going to cause the 17 Brett Rolls have to slow down, and big time he has to check up. Meanwhile, out front is James Tyron, hopefully we're just going to call him James T here tonight until we clarify how to say that last name. Tyler Schmidt right behind him. Schmidt trying to go to the bottom to try to make the slide drop. Can he make it stick is the question. And yes, he does. Schmidt to the front of this pack, followed by James T. and Jeff Fitzpatrick sitting in third place. But here comes Gary Peck in the number 88 machine. Again, he was running the bottom. He's still running the bottom, but he's also sliding up just a little bit. As you'll see right there, behind him is going to be Jacob Fields in that Elite 7 007 machine, as he is working his way through this field here tonight. Right behind him is going to be Brett Rolls. Brett trying to do everything he can to get the number 17 machine up front, as it's going to be the 007 of Fields that does get one more position. And we're going to go, as right now James T is falling back a little bit. Tyron is, again, how I think you pronounce it. He is falling back. He went from first to third. Meanwhile, Schmidt out front. He's got nobody around him. You don't see anybody around him right now. If we could zoom out just a little bit here. There's the field here, the track, as we have a caution out, and it's going to be for Gary Peck in the number 88 machine. Let's go back and watch the replay here. What happened to the 88 of Peck, as he was running really good. Had a fast machine, and did he just lose it, or did he have help as he's trying to race by the 17 of Brett Rolls? Oh, there he goes right there. Oh, he gets to the back bumper of the 007 of Jacob Fields. Wheel hops him, and around he goes, but that wasn't the only one either, as I believe that was Brett Rolls that got a piece of the wall as well, so a lifesaver for that 17, as he will actually not be credited with the caution. It will go to Gary Peck in the number 88 machine, as again, it says final lap, but it is not the final lap. We will have 2 to go when we take the green flag. Oops, sorry about that. We do apologize. That is a restream issue. We are having issues with it. We need to get that fixed. We will fix that during the little break there. Here in a minute, we will fix that on the YouTube side of things. Definitely, thanks for pointing it out. This is technically what it should say right there, as is World of Thunder. That Pocono race was the last one we did, and looks like it didn't update like it was supposed to, so we will manually do that here during the break. So again, we do apologize, and thanks for letting us know there that it is incorrect in the title. It's here in the warm-up. We will definitely get that all fixed up here in a moment. We're just about ready to get the green flag one more time, as again, it definitely has been some great racing here. Heat race 1 a little more controversial, a little more action-packed than the first one, or than the second one, but nevertheless, we go into overtime for both of them. 2 laps to go there with the green flag. It's Tyler Schmidt that's out front leading this race. Jeff Fitzpatrick in second place, but I don't think anybody's going to have anything for him. as we're going to keep going here. Again, it's going to be 1 lap to go. White flag will be in the air this time by right there. White flag in the air. 1 to go for Tyler Schmidt. Can Fitzpatrick do anything with him is the question. I don't think he's going to be able to. He's just been that good since he took the lead. We go back up as the checkered flags are waving here for Tyler Schmidt. And that'll do it right there. Your winner is the 19 of Tyler Schmidt, who will win heat race number 2. And we're going to take a moment to move into a little bit of a warm-up. And then we're going to be moving on to your feature race here in the next 3 minutes. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 30 seconds left on the clock. So you can see we're here on the flagman cam, watching these guys go around the track. Warm-up is done. They have done the redraw for those top 3. We'll go over that after your salute to the fans. That is coming up next. So again, your salute to the fans, 4-wide salute to the fans coming up. Here in just a moment, we will have extra 5 laps. So the race will be 30 laps. But the scorer will say 35. That is just because of those extra laps. They will not be racing those. That gives them time to do the reordering and getting in to the correct position for the 4-wide salute. Again, if you've never been around here for the 4-wide salute here on iRacing, it's pretty similar to the one in real life. There's a lot of talent involved in getting it done. You cannot bring out a caution, so that is one thing that makes it tougher here than it is on in the real life racing. Is if they mess up and stop, a caution automatically comes out, whereas in real life the flagman has that decision to make. That regardless, they're getting ready here to get things going for the A main. As we are just about set. Again, looks like we're showing 45 laps, so not sure on that. We'll have to clarify. All right, we did clarify 40 lap feature event. I'm not sure where we got 30 from. That is our mistake, probably. But it is going to be a 40 lap feature event, which just means you get 10 more laps of great racing here tonight. So definitely, we're not going to complain about 10 more great laps of racing. It's been some great racing so far, and I expect never anything less from these guys. These guys put on one heck of a show. We definitely appreciate everything they do to put on that great show for the fans here. So we're going to zoom out here just a little bit. We technically zoomed in, but still, there we go. We're going to zoom out and give you a feel for just how beautiful this facility is, even here on iRacing. It's just an amazing facility. And again, you're getting a treat here. If during the week it is a Wednesday night, we'll be back here live on the YouTube for Race on Texas and the Facebook for VRN tomorrow night with some modified racing action for the Schaefer's Oil Modified Touring Series. Again, the green flag about to drop, technically, but there's the yellow issued immediately after, as these guys are going to get their redraw in, and then we will go racing. After the 4-wide salute to the fans, they're going to get in a position. Again, this takes a lot of maneuvering to get around this track without bringing out a caution officially, which would eat into the laps. Again, they're going to get into the appropriate order for that salute to the fans. Now that they're in the correct order for the race, now comes the salute. As it's going to be, again, just an outstanding race here. As you see them coming into the outside row and to the inside row. We got a little blink going on there. I believe that's the 098 that's having the connection issue. I believe, or just the 98. No, it's the 098 of Gary Adams that's having the connection issue. And there you go, the 4-wide salute for the fans here tonight from Volusia Speedway Park. Again, just an outstanding sight to see. Again, it's for the fans out there that tune in every night to watch this racing action. Is why they're able to do this. That's why we're able to broadcast it for all the fans out there watching. This is the whole reason we do it. Is for the fans and for these drivers to go back and watch later, as they will break up momentarily, and then we'll go through your starting grid. But what a view here for these modifieds at Volusia. All right, they're going to break it up, and we're going to get this thing going here in just about 2 laps, and they'll get into the correct order once again. Here for your starting grid for tonight's race is going to be Jacob Fields, Cody Batten, Tyler Shell, Trey Smith, James Tyron, Shea Paulo back there as well. Stephen Hill in the mix. Jeff Fitzpatrick, Donald Swanson, Brett Rolls, Jed Barton, Garrett Adams, Aaron Leitzel, Daniel Passmore, Cole Edwards, Gary Peck, Zane Scott, and Steve Kaufman are going to be your starting order here for tonight's race. And it looks like Austin Yarbrough, while he did qualify, is not going to make the feature race here tonight or any other race. He didn't race his heat race either. It's unfortunate. We will get the green flag next time by to start this race. 40 laps here for your feature race. Definitely going to be a good one. We'll see how many cautions we do have here tonight. I'm hoping for not too many. I'm thinking these guys can definitely get it going. And we should see some nice, clean and green racing from Volusia Speedway for the World of Thunder Racing League. Again, this is the kickoff race of the season here for these guys. First time we've covered the midgets, and we are stoked to be here live on VRN and Race on Texas. As the green flag drops, for the first time we are racing here at Volusia Speedway Park. It's going to be Jacob Fields out front, followed by Cody Batten, Tyler Schmidt, Tyler Shell, and James Tyron, and that is going to do it. Caution number 1 is going to come out, and it looks like it's going to be for Daniel Passmore. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. He was already close to the back of the field, and then number 46 machine. We'll see what officially brought out the caution. If it was him, he was at the back of the field, but that's not where he started. So we're going to assume that he was involved in this caution in some sorts. And he was. He gets contact made and pushes him into the outside wall, and that will cause caution number 1. Here is Jacob Fields still out front. Again, it will be a 40-lap feature event, and it looks like we will have green-white checkers on. Caution laps will count until those last few laps where we will have a green-white checkered. If we have that come out, we will race it here until we have a winner. All right, again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. We have a great race going here for you tonight. Caution number 1 is out on the track. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, give it a like, and if you're on the YouTube side of things, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell to be notified of all upcoming events, as well as Race on Texas. We are going to be putting out some old footage from old tracks, dating it all the way back as far as 2016, and some of them 15 and beyond. We'll be putting those races out there as vintage old races, I guess you could call them, or a blast from the past, whatever you want to call them. They are going to be some older races that we have pulled from the vault. Nick Robbins, who used to be in the booth with me here, but has had a little one since then, and I had to spend more time doing dad duties. Is unable to make it with me anymore, but shout out to him for all he does, and has helped me, myself, as well as Tony Fetters and Scott Bargoff, and Chris David, all the guys over there at Race on Texas, as the green flag is back underway, and we are racing there side by side, 3 wide for second place. It's going to be Schmidt, Snell, and Batten that are running there. And our leader goes around the number 9. Well, technically not the leader. He is going to bring out the caution, and we got cars upside down. He is trying to get to the lead. That is Tyler Shell. Let's go back and take a look as he tries to send it in, clips the wall, and around he goes. Right there, he's battling for second place, and he is not going to end too well here as he's about to hit the wall. And right there, hits the tire, and around he goes, battling for the lead, and then gets clipped by, I believe, that is going to be Jed Barton that clips him. And Jed Barton not going to be ending well here tonight either, as he goes upside down. And Cole Edwards in the number 29, he goes upside down as well to bring out caution number 2. So 3 cars involved, 2 of them going upside down. That's going to be Cole Edwards and Jed Barton, those 2 in the pits. And it looks like their night is going to be done here a little bit earlier than they wanted to. And we'll see the 9 of Tyler Shell's going to go down into the pits. And we'll see if he's going to make it back out or not. But Jacob Fields out front in that 007 Elite 7 machine. Big shout out to Alex Huffman, we see in chat, one of our sponsors there with Huffman Designs. If you have a paint job, make sure you check him out. Check him out anyway. That is Huffman Designs. As we are set to go racing, the light should go out this time. As you see the flagman holding the yellow flag, still indicating 1 to go here for the race. Again, 1 lap to go till we go green again. We have 32 laps to go left in the race. We'll see if the 007 of Jacob Fields can hold off this field here tonight. So Fields trying to hold off the field here. That's going to be Tyler Schmidt, Batten, Tiernan, Paulo, who are your top 5. He's got to hold these guys off again for 31 more laps when we get the green flag. Pace truck dives off. Green flag is in the air. We are racing once again here tonight As Fields under fire from Trey Smith here. Can Smith try to get by him? So far, it hasn't been able to happen as we switch camera angles here. Here comes the 21. He's going to get to the inside. Trey Smith to the front. He's your new race leader over the 007 of Jacob Fields. And here comes James Tyron in the Volusia. And we're going to clarify that if we get to talk to him here in the post-race show, but the caution's going to come out, and it's going to be, looks like, for the 46 of Daniel Passmore. Let's go back and take a look. Running just fine here. He's on the bottom of the track. We'll see. He's going to slide up there just a little bit. Doesn't have any factor in this. We'll see. It looks like maybe he clipped a tire. Yes, indeed, he clips the tires around. He goes the 9. Almost going around with him as he immediately goes to the pits there and gets out of harm's way, but just a little bit too late. As you see, right as he clears the track, the flagman throws the yellow flag, so just moments too late. As it looks like Jacob Fields has turned out for the night. He is done. Not sure what happened there, but he is no longer in this race. Was out front leading it, and then we come back from the caution. He is done, so not sure what happened there. We may have to see if we can figure that out later on. But Fields disconnecting from radio communications as well, so something definitely happened there at the front of the field. Or either he was just tired of the cautions, I'm not sure, but he is not in this race anymore. All right, we are getting ready to get the green flag one more time. 27 laps to go. Going to be 26 at the line here for the World of Thunder Racing League on a Virtual Racing Network. You're watching it live on the VRN Facebook page and the Race on Texas YouTube channel. Of course, we're going to be putting more and more real-life racing on the YouTube channel there for Race on Texas. So make sure you hit that subscribe and bell to be notified of all upcoming content. As, again, we will be putting a lot of old races on there for your viewing pleasure. Of course, green flag back out. We are racing one more time. It's going to be Tyler Schmidt out front, followed by James Tiernan. That's what we're going to go with here. Or Tynan. Again, we'll just go with T. We don't know how to pronounce that name just yet. We didn't get a clarification on it. Cody Batten out front. Cordum out front. Smith out front. Batten sitting in third place here at the moment. Shane Paulo, who started out so strong, he has fallen back to fifth place now. Stephen Hill's going to get by him in the number 127 machine as the caution comes out once again for Shane Paulo this time. Let's go back and take a look. Running good here. He's got the 17 that was behind him of Brett Rolls, but that I don't think played a factor into this one. And no, so I don't think the 17 had a play in it. We'll see. That is the 127 of Stephen Hill that's closest to him. And the tires strike again. That yellow tire right out there. That's collected 3 cars here tonight so far. Unfortunate for him, but that's going to send him to the back. From the front to the back. Talking about ups and downs here tonight as Tyler Schmidt still leading this race here. And the number 19 machine with 22 to go as they cross the line. All right, lights are off on the pace truck. We are going to go back to racing this time by. Pace truck should be timing off here shortly as they're going to the backside of this track. And we will get that green flag here momentarily. There they are on the backstretch. Pace truck in turn 3 going into turn number 4. As we are set, pace truck diving off. This time you can see it making its descent. And green flag back in the air as we go to the flag stand here for the restart. Everyone gets a solid restart here as we'll go to the main camera. We'll see, can they go the rest of this race? 20 laps to go. Can we finish it under green here tonight? Again, we will have green white checkers, so the race will finish under green. The question is, nope, and there's the caution going to be coming out here, and it's going to involve several people as we have the 9 involved in this and a few others. Let's go back and take a look. Let's go to the aerial cam brought to you by Saves Ford out of Corpus Christi, Texas. And we'll see. Thought that might have been it right there. As you do have the 21 trying to get back to the front. We'll see. Oh, and just a big pile up going on in the back here. 3 cars involved there as you watch it live happen. Or on the replay, technically live, but still a replay, as that will do it for that caution. Let's go back to the front. We now have at this time Tyler Shell, Jacob Fields, Daniel Passmore, Jed Barton, and Austin Yarborough out of the race course. Austin Yarborough did not start. Everyone else has been eliminated from this race. Or just something happened there. We don't know what happened to Jacob Fields, as he just did not complete the race. So we'll have to try to figure that one out if we can. But at the moment, it is eluding us as to what potentially happened there. So we may never know unless we get a chance to talk to him. But either way, it's right now your top 5 are Schmidt, Tyronin, Batten, Hill, and Rolls are going to be your top 5 drivers here with 17 to go. Make it 16. We're going to have about 15 to go when we take the green flag here momentarily. Oh, definitely going to be a different finish here. We'll see if they can go these last 15 laps caution free, or if we're going to see another one. We are just eliminating drivers here ever so slightly, as it looks like Steve Kaufman is out of the race as well. He's been on pit road for 1:45 now, pretty much the whole time under caution and then some. All over, Cole Edwards is back in the race in the number 29 machine. He has scored 4 laps down as we're getting ready to take the green flag once again. Green flag back in the air, and we are racing once again. This time it's going to be the 21 that takes him to the green. Last time it wasn't the 21, but he did get by very quickly as the caution's going to come out once again. And it's going to be the 44 of Donald Swanson that brings out the caution this time. Let's go back and take a look. What happened here to the 44, Daniel Swanson? As we'll see momentarily. All seemed good early on in the start here. And then it went bad quickly here for that 44 machine. Right there, trying to avoid another car that had spun. I'm not sure who that was that he was trying to avoid. And that is going to be the 29. No, that is not the 29 of Cole Harvey that he was trying to avoid. As we'll go back to live. Again, trying to figure out who the yellow car is there that he was trying to avoid. I believe it's the 098 of Garrett Adams. It was indeed. It was the 098 of Garrett Adams that he was trying to avoid and ended up looping himself around in the process. All right, again, we want to one last time thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. I know there's a lot of places you could be on a Wednesday night, but we're glad you're tuning in here tonight, whether you're on the VRN Facebook or the Race on Texas YouTube channel. We are thankful you're tuning in here tonight. As Trey Smith trying to get the win here tonight. He's been out front now for 19 laps. He's going to have 11 to go when we get to the line. At the rate we're going, I don't think we're gonna finish this race without another caution. We'll see. As the green flag comes back out, we go to the flag stand. Green flag being waved from the flagman. We are racing. Schmidt out front. Is this going to be Tyron trying to get by him, but I just don't know if he's going to have enough. He's going to take it to the bottom. And not going to be anything down there. As here comes the 127 of Stephen Hill, and he's going to get by him as he takes to the high side. Slide job complete. We're three-wheeling it for the 98. Sorry, as James Tyronen, as he's going to take it to the bottom one more time. We'll see. That bottom's just not working out. So much momentum, and the caution going to be out once again. As it's going to be for Gary Peck in the 88, upside down on the track. Gary Peck in the 88 upside down. I'm thinking he may have had a little help here as I saw somebody else off pace. We're about to find out if that is the case or not, as the 37 was behind him. And indeed, you have two cars technically involved. One of them is able to continue on, had his own issues, and they collected the 88 of Peck with him. And that will bring out the caution once again. That is our 7th caution of the night for 23 laps. So over half this race has been completed under yellow flag conditions. Definitely not the way you want to kick off your season here with a few cautions. But it is dirt track racing. It happens from time to time. Well, let's see as we got Emmett Crow out there watching. So Emmett, welcome to chat. Here tonight, Trey Smith out front, followed by Stephen Hill, Brett Rolls, Zane Scott, and Jeff Fitzpatrick. As it looks like here, the 98 of James Tyronen is going to fall back all the way to 10th position as we get ready to get this thing going one more time. The lights are off on the pace truck. It's going to be 6 laps. We had 12 and we dropped it to 6, so ran about half of them. And then a new caution coming out. So if that's the trend here, with about 3 to go, we may have another caution. We'll see. That would send us into overtime here tonight. Will we see a green-white checkered? We've seen them in both heat races. Will we see it in the feature? We'll find out here shortly as we go to the flag stand. Green flag is out, and we are racing one more time here. We got a car upside down. And that is going to bring out the caution before we ever even get to the flag stand. And that is going to be Donald Swanson, I do believe, that's upside down. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. Again, they hadn't even crossed the line before the caution coming out once again. Right there, just gets... he gets run over. Maybe he didn't start good or something happened. Either way, he gets rear-ended from behind, and he goes upside down. And that's not the way he wanted to do it, as it looks like he is going to be stuck on pit road now. Pace car is diving off. 4 laps to go. Let's make it 3 to go right there. As the green flag does come back out. And, oh, sorry, there we go. I stand corrected. I do apologize. We were in replay. I do apologize for that. As that's how close it was. Thought we were in live already. To the caution coming out. But, again, I apologize there for that false start, as we will call it. As Tyler Schmidt out front here. It's going to be 3 to go this time by. I think we're about to go into overtime. And and no overtime. It's going to be 2 to go, and we will actually just have regulation racing unless we see a caution here like we did last time, bringing out the caution before we can get to the checkered flag. So it's going to be 2 to go this time by regulation race. No overtime just yet. Cody Patton, Steve Kaufman, Tyler Shell, Jake Cavills, David Passmore, Jed Barton out of the race. Green flag is in the air. 2 laps to go here for the 19 of Tyler Schmidt. We'll see if he can hang on to the lead. Stephen Hill going to take second place from Brett Rolls. Rolls trying to get things going here. He falls back 1 spot. As you'll see it right there, white flag in the air. 1 lap to go here for the 19 of Trey Schmidt. Can he hang on to the lead in the number 19 machine here tonight? He's done a good job so far. He's led 30 laps. He's going to lead his 31st lap right there. Checkered flags waving for the 19 of Trey Schmidt as he will be victorious here tonight. And what a battle it was as he puts it in victory lane here tonight. They're going to bring him to a stop. Your race winner, Trey Schmidt, followed by Stephen Hill and Brett Rolls. We'll be talking to those 3 here shortly in the post-race show, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back, so we're going to take that off your screen, and we're going to bring up your official running order here tonight on the side, and we'll be talking to those top 3 in just a few moments. All right, we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our top 3 drivers here in the booth. Once it wasn't much of a walk to get over here. It's fairly close to the track. Starting with 3rd place here tonight, that is going to be the 17 of Brett Rolls. And what a race it was out there. A few more cautions than we probably wanted to see. But still was some great racing out there as you got in the 3rd place. So in general, give us a rundown. What was this track like? It looked like it was fairly smooth out there, but definitely topside dominant is what it looked like from here in the booth.
I wouldn't really say topside dominant. I mean, the bottom was there, but you had to, really pedal the car to get it through the corner. I found something late in the race in the middle, but it wasn't enough to track down Trey or Steven. Track felt pretty good, though. It started getting a little slick off the exit of the corners, but, I mean, pedal it out of the corner, you could get a pretty good run coming down the straightaways there.
Oh, definitely was fun to watch. Only 2 heat races in your feature race here. 40 laps. Again, this is our first time covering, second midget race we've ever done. First time covering here for this series. So we're going to try to get a little insight here. Is this your first season with them racing, or have you been here last season as well?
No, this is my first season actually running anything of World of Thunder. I'm doing the whole thing, supers, 410s, the UMPs, and the midgets. So pretty much this year's just going to be the rookie season, trying to test the waters and see where we can run and see where we're competitive with as far as points go.
Oh, definitely will be running it here with you kind of as a rookie for us here as well. First time with midgets, not first time with World of Thunder, but definitely it was a terrific race. Would have again like to see a few less cautions, but still a great race for everyone involved. You get a third place here, so that's going to put you third place in the points to kick it off. So a good, great way to start it. We know you probably got some shout outs and possibly some sponsors on that card to thank. So who would they be for that third place finish?
Not really any sponsors. It's pretty much just me and my team, Har Motorsports. Got to give a shout out to them. Had a couple of teammates running in the pack tonight, Aaron Leitzel and Gary Peck. Other than that, got to thank everybody for what they do for the series. Got to thank Steve for putting everything on, and you guys for covering the midgets and everything. And pretty much just want to thank everybody that came out and raced. I was expecting a little bit higher car count, but after figuring out that we had just as many fast cars here as we do on the big nights, competition's still stiff. Congrats to Trey and Steven on finishing first and second. Pretty much just going to try to roll the momentum into next week and try to get a good rookie points year.
Well, definitely, we look forward to following you here for your rookie season with the midgets and the World of Thunder. And that will, of course, bring us to our second place finisher. That is Stephen Hill. And hopefully we got him now. Stephen, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, we do have him. So first off, as always, congrats on the second place finish here tonight. You snagged second there at the very last second on that restart. So talking about that competition, to snag second at the last second of this race, how tough was that competition? And, how much do you race the competitors versus racing this track here tonight?
Yeah, there's definitely some good cars. A couple of them ended up with some problems, which I'm sure helped me. But I was just trying to run a good line and get some momentum. But with all the cautions, it's kind of hard to get in a groove.
It definitely is. And I know we mentioned that. We'll talk about the groove here for minutes. We just heard it not necessarily all the way on the top. And I see a little bit of build up on this track. So I don't think there's much of it. But how much, if any, was there a cushion out there?
There wasn't much build up. You could get up in the moisture. I typically don't run the bottom because I'm not good at it. So I try to get up and hit the cushion if I can.
Edge of out of control these cars. Before we get to your sponsors and shoutouts, we got to talk about it a little bit here. Obviously, there's not a huge group that can control these cars as well as some of the others. They were real difficult when they came out here, and they've never really been the easy car to drive per se when you have the others out here like the modified stuff like that. So how much of a handful are these cars for the fans out there that don't know compared to something like a late model or a modified here on iRacing?
I don't really drive the late models and modifieds, but the midgets compared to anything else I drive, they're just a lot more twitchy and a lot more quick reacting, so you just got to stay on top of them.
I definitely have to. Any sponsors on that car, any shout-outs you want to give for that second place finish?
Yeah, I think my Team SETI, Wicked Cushion, 410 Media, Wicked Energy Gum, and Cognitive Wars.
All right. Well, again, congrats on the second place here tonight. And, of course, that is going to bring us to the man of the hour. That is the number 19 of Trey Smith here tonight. And what a run. You got the lead I'd say about 15 so laps in. You led, I think, 31 laps here tonight. So a pretty fairly dominant race here for you overall. So same kind of question. How was the car handling here tonight? And did you have a preferred line you wanted to run? Obviously, you pretty much had your pick of the track being up front.
Yeah, car was pretty much perfect. It was I could run low, I could run high, I could run the slider line, but it was still a little bit tacky out there, so you want to just kind of protect your entries into the corner. So slider line was preferred for me, and 3 and 4, I wanted to stay away from that wall, and momentum helped out around the top there. So my car was good, and really good on restarts now.
Yeah, definitely good on the restarts. And, we want to talk a little bit here about that big yellow tire coming out of the corner there. It caught a few people. If you run the top, you have that, fear of possibly jumping the cushion, or what little cushion there is here on iRacing, getting into the outside wall. Inside, we saw some people hit the wall. We hit that yellow tire. So, if you have to run one or the other, assuming the track's perfect all around, which it never is, which would you prefer, to run that top side and run the risk of the wall, or the bottom and possibly getting into that inside wall or one of them tires?
Yeah, definitely the top. The bottom, when it's like it is right now, it's really fast if you can hit the bottom right. But the problem with it is if it will suck you into the wall, because there's so much grip when you hit it right, and then that yellow thing sticking out there, it'll really grab you. But I just prefer to do a slider line, or just go in and just ride the cushion around. It's way easier and a lot less steering. So
Definitely a lot of steering up there on the top side of this track, and it looks like everyone thought so too, as they progressively pushed it further and further up towards the outside wall here. But overall, doesn't matter what line you ran. You ran a clean race, led 31 laps, put it in victory lane. You got any sponsors you need to thank, or any shout-outs you want to give for that victory here tonight?
yeah, I think Advanced Enzyme Systems. Thank my wife, my kids for letting me play on this thing, and thanks Steven for putting this race on. Volusia is a hit or miss. You'll either get no cautions or all cautions, and I've had a series of my own, and it was the same way, and so you just never know. I loaded up with fuel, counting on last lap, and being there the last lap, not trying to be light or anything, and but you got to thank Steven for sure. I know he's been going through a little bit, losing his mom and stuff, and he needs to keep his head up, keep moving forward, and just appreciate what everybody does.
All right. Well, again, congrats on the win here tonight. And, of course, that is going to do it for the racing action. We'll be back tomorrow night, of course, with the Schaefer's Oil Modified Touring Series. And we will have some more great racing coming your way then. So stay tuned for that, and we will see you tomorrow night.